Imagine your child consuming double the daily recommended amount of salt in just one meal. Shocking, isn't it? In recent findings by the campaign group Action on Salt, it has come to light that certain children's meals in the UK are alarmingly high in salt. For instance, a combination of gluten-free kids, mini garlic bread with mozzarella, and a gluten-free vegan kids pepperoni pizza at Prezzo contains 6.7 grams of salt. This is more than double what the National Health Service recommends for children aged 4 to 6, which is no more than 3 grams. To put this into perspective, eating this meal is akin to devouring 10 portions of McDonald's French fries. It even surpasses the maximum 6 grams of salt that adults are advised to consume per day. Moreover, the audit revealed that 37% of children's meals in restaurants exceeded government targets for salt content. This raises a red flag about the nutritional quality of meals that are ostensibly designed for children. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into which meals and which restaurants are tipping the salt scales. What does 6.7 grams of salt look like? It's akin to eating 10 portions of McDonald's French fries. Quite a staggering image, isn't it? Especially when you consider this is the amount of salt packed into a seemingly innocent meal for children at some UK restaurants. In a recent audit conducted by the campaign group Action on Salt, it was discovered that a significant 37% of children's meals in the UK's out-of-home sector exceed the government's salt target. This target, set for achievement by the end of the year, is 1.71 grams of salt per meal. Clearly, many meals are far beyond this benchmark. Let's delve a bit deeper into the findings. The audit, carried out in February and March of 2024, scrutinized the salt content across 29 restaurant chains. Among the most eyebrow-raising examples was Prezzo. Their gluten-free kids mini garlic bread with mozzarella, followed by a gluten-free vegan kids pepperoni pizza, contains a whopping 6.7 grams of salt. That's more than double the 3 grams the NHS recommends for children aged 4 to 6 per day. It even surpasses the 6 grams maximum recommended for adults. Another notable mention is Bella Italia, where the larger vegan margherita pizza for children contains 4.4 grams of salt. This is not just a pinch over the limit, it's substantially over, pushing the boundaries of what's considered a safe intake for young diners. This audit isn't just a number-crunching exercise, it's a vital indicator of how the choices offered to our children can have hidden risks. Researchers from Action on Salt have highlighted a crucial issue. Many children's meals in restaurants are laden with salt, which can have serious implications for their health. Now, knowing the culprits, let's explore why this excess salt is a concern for our children's health. Eating too much salt can lead to more than just a thirsty night. It's a gateway to a slew of health complications, particularly concerning when it comes to the well-being of children. High salt intake in the diet is notorious for hiking up blood pressure. This isn't just an adult issue, children are equally at risk. Elevated blood pressure in childhood often tracks into adulthood, setting the stage early for more severe health issues. Let's delve deeper. High blood pressure is a major risk factor for heart diseases and strokes, 2 of the leading causes of death globally. The mechanics are straightforward yet alarming. Excess salt can cause the body to hold on to water. This extra water raises blood pressure, which means the heart has to work harder to move blood around the body. Over time, this increased workload can stiffen the heart's arteries, leading to heart disease, kidney disease, and stroke. For children whose bodies and tastes are still developing, the stakes are even higher. Habitually consuming high-salt foods can program their palates to prefer and expect such flavors, potentially locking in high-salt preferences for life. Moreover, children's kidneys are less effective at processing excess salt, making them more susceptible to its negative effects compared to adults. With stakes this high, understanding which meals to avoid becomes crucial. The health of our future generations could depend on the dietary choices made today, emphasizing the importance of vigilance and awareness when it comes to children's food. Not all kids' meals are created equal. especially when it comes to salt content. While some menu items may look innocuous enough, lurking beneath their tasty exteriors can be a salt mine that might just exceed the daily limits recommended for adults, let alone children. Take, for instance, Gourmet Burger Kitchen's Junior Cheeseburger paired with skinny fries. This seemingly child-friendly meal packs a whopping 4.2 grams of salt. That's more than the entire day's allowance for a child aged 4 to 6, who should only be consuming up to 3 grams. It's akin to serving your child a salt portion that could sprinkle enough flavor on nearly 2 whole adult burgers. Not far behind in this salty lineup is the offering from Bella Italia. The restaurant's larger vegan margarita pizza for children contains 4.4 grams of salt. Imagine, that's more than 1.5 times the maximum daily intake for young kids, all packed into a single meal that could easily be a child's favorite. Mexican chain Las Iguanas also makes this list, with their kids' meals averaging 2.35 grams of salt. While slightly lower, it's still a substantial amount, especially if the child consumes other sources of salt throughout the day. In stark contrast, let's look at some of the healthier options out there. Wetherspoon's tomato and mascarpone pasta for kids is a beacon of hope with 0 grams of salt. Following closely is Ask Italian's mini main pasta with butter, which contains just 0.01 grams of salt. These meals show that it is entirely feasible to serve delicious, child-friendly food without loading it with salt. While some meals stack the salt, others have managed to keep it at bay. Let's find out who's doing it right. As we delve deeper into the menus across various restaurants, it's clear that making informed choices can significantly affect the salt intake in children's diets, paving the way for healthier eating habits from a young age. Believe it or not, some restaurants are getting it right. Amidst the sea of salt-laden dishes that dominate many children's menus across the country, a few notable establishments are setting a healthier standard. Let's take a closer look at these low-salt champions. Subway, often recognized for its customizable sandwiches, leads the pack with commendably low salt levels, averaging just 0.79 grams per meal. This is well below the government's target, positioning Subway as a top choice for those mindful of their sodium intake. Not far behind, Pret A Manger, a chain known for its natural ingredients and fresh offerings, maintains an average salt content of just 1.15 grams across its children's menu. This not only meets, but exceeds government guidelines, offering peace of mind to health-conscious parents. Then there's Leon, a restaurant that prides itself on being a purveyor of healthy fast food. With an average salt content of 1.83 grams per meal, Leon also stays well within the recommended limits, showcasing that fast food can indeed be made healthier without sacrificing flavor. These establishments not only comply with public health recommendations, but also demonstrate a commitment to the well-being of their youngest customers. They prove that menu items can be both delicious and nutritionally responsible. These restaurants show that tasty can also be healthy. But how can we make better choices ourselves? Armed with knowledge, how can we steer our choices towards healthier dining for our kids? Navigating the menu at a restaurant can sometimes feel like a puzzle, especially when trying to choose healthier options for children. But worry not, there are several practical steps that can help make this task easier and ensure that the meals selected are not only delicious, but also nutritious. Firstly, one effective strategy is to always look for nutritional information, which many restaurants now provide. This can often be found on their websites, menus, or by asking the staff directly. Information is power, and knowing the exact amount of salt in a dish can significantly influence the decision-making process. Another tip is to choose restaurants that are known for their lower salt averages. For instance, some chains have made public commitments to reduce sodium levels in their foods. Opting for these establishments can often mean automatically choosing a healthier option without having to scrutinize every menu item. When in doubt, simpler dishes are usually a safer bet. Meals that are less processed are typically lower in salt. Think grilled instead of fried, or a dish with a few well-chosen ingredients rather than something with a multitude of sauces and seasonings. For example, a simple grilled chicken breast with steamed vegetables might be a better option than a heavily seasoned chicken pasta. It's also beneficial to get creative with swaps and substitutions. If a meal comes with a side that's high in salt, asking for a healthier alternative such as a salad or extra vegetables can make a big difference. Don't hesitate to ask. It's about the health of our children after all. Moreover, don't overlook the power of setting a good example. Opting for healthier choices ourselves can encourage our little ones to do the same. They learn a lot by observing the choices we make. Empowering ourselves with the right information is the first step towards healthier eating habits for our children. Today, we've uncovered some salty truths about what's on our children's plates. The audit revealed startling levels of salt in children's meals. Some even double the daily recommended intake. Such high levels can lead to serious health risks like high blood pressure and heart issues later in life. However, there are healthier options available, and making informed choices can significantly impact our children's health. Awareness is key. Next time you dine out, remember, less salt, more health. Here's to healthier meals and healthier futures for our children.